I've tried hammer, silicone spray, WD-40, more hammer. I've tried a power drill. Yeah. So that was a few hours wasted, really.
Not ideal at all.
Alright, well, morning everyone. It's a little bit windy, so I thought we'd do the intro in the car. I don't have a paintbrush, so I can't put on the built hammer stuff that I've got to treat the metal. So I'll have to go into town later and get one. But in the meantime, I'm going to crack on with some of the other jobs. Decided I'm going to keep the car because it's viable to fix it, and it's in pretty decent condition everywhere else. So let's crack on with all the other jobs. So the other jobs I've got are to service the car and to remove the interior. So that freaking forest back there and this holy crap thing and everything, door cards, the lot. I don't need any of it. So let's go ahead and just start ripping this shit out.
So this has been a very interesting couple of hours. As you can see, the interior is still in, but the front seat, the driver's seat, has moved forward a bit. The passenger seat has moved forward slightly. Now the issue is that the motor doesn't work. So I can't move the seat forwards and backwards. So what you do is you take these from in here, you pull them out because these are the spindles. This is the motor, which is packed up. Then you put these in your battery drill, shove one end into this, which is the where the rail is, the gears are for the rail, and on this side, and then it moves. But this side on the passenger seat moves, and this one does absolutely nothing. So that's pretty useless. So I can't get to the 13mm bolts at the front or the 16mm bolt at the back, and I can't really clear this enough with a ratchet to take it off. I can with a spanner, a 16mm spanner, but it just doesn't want to fucking move. So let's move to the driver's seat. The driver's seat is going slightly better. We've got the two 13mm nuts out of the front, and we've got the seatbelt out. Good. The problem is with these two. So as you can see, if we go close to it, it's not exactly centered. So when I put the socket on the bolt head here, you can see that little silver bit. That's where I've been pressing. So it doesn't actually sit fully on it, which means that it keeps slipping off. And then if we go back here, well, I don't have the clearance to actually put a socket on it. So I can put the socket on it. If I put the wrench on it, it doesn't clear the rail. If I put an extender or a wobbly bit, it just doesn't want to sit, and it just doesn't work. So essentially this has been fucking useless. I've got nothing done.
I've tried hammer, silicone spray, WD-40, more hammer. I've tried a power drill. Yeah. So that was a few hours wasted, really. I'm gonna go out, grab some lunch, and I'll come back and I'll actually just give the car a service. Actually, no, I won't. I'll buy a paintbrush or two, and I will work on cleaning the sills and treating them. And then maybe this evening I'll service the car. Just a fucking pain, really. Why was it so much easier to do in my old car that was rusted, but now that this one's actually usable, all the easy bits are fucking difficult? Oh, it's a fucking pain. I can't be bothered with it. It really, I just want to, maybe I can take this off. See, the seat is working nicely.
for now. Alright, let's get that off. I'm assuming it just pops off, so a little bit of shimmy and there we go. Oh, that looks lovely. Oh, there we go. Found this, that goes in there. That's completed. Right, now to get this off, it is a pull unless there's some grub screws in it, and then it won't be, so this could be quite interesting. Can't even fucking figure this out. I'm tired. This car. Alright. I have seen though. This is quite interesting. In there, there's a little red flashing light. I don't know what that is. What that's for. Maybe that's meant to be in here. It's like an alarm or something. Well, I've not set the alarm off, so I don't know if that works. And I've got this here, which looks like some kind of Jubilee clip type thing. But don't think that that's attached to this, because this is underneath this, so this has to be on top of that. So this has to come off somehow. Right, time to Google it. Alright, so interior didn't go well. I've had lunch. We're back on the sills. I guess I could be servicing the car, doing spark plugs, but I have to run it. Exhaust gases. I'm debating it. We will see if I do that or not. Well, as you're watching this footage, I have decided to service the car, starting with air filter. To get this off, Pelican Parts says to loosen this. So I've done that, but you can see that it's proper duct taped. So I'm not sure that's going to help. And there's duct tape here and zip ties here. So whoever had this last, thank you for bodging it back together rather than just buying a new inlet hose, I guess. Anyway, so then these clips you just pop out with a flathead, and I'll figure out the rest. Still trying to figure it out. So if I'd read the instructions properly, these clips have got nothing to do with it, neither has this. So what I actually needed to do was remove these retaining clips. So there's one here, there's a broken one here, and there's another one down there which comes up to here, and then just using a flathead, and then with a flathead pop out this bracket which loosens this, and voila. Now when we have a look inside, there is no air filter, nada. But what is good is that all that foam in there is actually still pretty top notch. So yes, that's good. So what happens with this box, right, is so you have the grills here, and this little tube here gets fed through up here, and this is called an elephant trunk. So it goes over here and then down into there. And once the air is all filled up here, it gets sucked into the top one, and then through here, and I don't know why it comes out here actually. Maybe to cool this pipe, so it gets extra cooling to this. So that is the BMW, and then it goes obviously through here. This is that's the MAF actually, mass airflow sensor, or mass, whatever it is. and it looks like it's a little bit worse for wear, so I could do with a new one of just all of this, really. So what I'm going to do is, one hand is a little bit difficult. Now, there are different options for these. You can get the K&N silicone ones that, there we go. You can get the K&N silicone ones that you oil, or you can go cold air, ram air intake. But just to get the car done and ready in some sort of way, I'm just going to put this standard Bosch air filter in there. So let me do that. And just like that, air filter is in. So you can see the air is going to go through there, be pushed up through the filter and sucked in. So pretty much everything that's coming through here, like anything, spiders and all that crap, is just being sucked all the way through, and it had no filter going into the engine, which can't have helped. So it's really good that we're doing this. So now just to put it all back together. I thought I'd check this out. As this gets older, this elephant trunk section, it can crumble. This doesn't look too bad. You know, it's not been duct taped. Now some people will go and replace this with silicone, or PVC pipe, sorry, not silicone. But we do not need to do that, I think. That is fair. Yeah, that's alright, that's how it was. Alright, so we can now put those back in, just check it, then we'll start the car. And with my code scanner, we'll check, this is here, the 20 pin. One is here by the coil plug thing, and all of this on the left of the car. So put that in, check any code while it's running, and I want to run it so it warms up the oil a little bit so it drains faster. You need this little thing here, 76mm with the 14 sides. Open it up. Here's the oil filter there, that will come off if I can angle that. Yeah, you can see that, there we go. So the filter is that grated bit down there. I've opened this. Let's get, so under here you can see the mess. It's still just dripping, but I have the sump plug, which is the important bit. Now I've got to drop this down just to let it drain a little bit more, so let's do that. Well, that's not good. Luckily there's a lot of dust there, so I think I can just brush it in and it'll soak up, but not ideal at all. I think if there was any more oil out, the US would be here invading the house. Definitely not ideal. Now I have my cap with the light on. Let me finish this video. So, where are we? Let's go down to here. So you have 3 O-rings that you take off the filtrario thing that's in here. I need to take that off and obviously cover this. Let's do that now. Hopefully there's not been a massive amount of stuff that's fallen in there. There we go. Now I did have a bit of an issue. As you can see, that is cat litter trying to soak up the oil that I dropped. So yeah, not great, but it's in. So I need to, I'll check the dipstick, how much oil's in there, and I'll put in They've got like 100 ml left of oil. No, that's where it's gone. So I have to clean that up a little bit too. And I'll put the air filter thing back, and then I have to tidy all this up. Catch you guys tomorrow, or yes, it'll be tomorrow. It's not the next one because this has been servicing the car, so I'll put it all in one video. Alright, it's very windy, but we're back in the morning to do the spark plugs. It's very nice and simple job, this. It should be anyway. So here are the coil packs, or the coil plugs anyway. Just pop them out like that. Oh, well, that's got a lot of oil on it. Okay. Let's check what the rest of them are like. That's dry. Okay. Okay, so as we can see, this is number 4, which is dry. Number 1, a lot of oil on it. That's 2, and that's 3, and they're both okay. So definitely see that whole thing in there is quite oily. I'm going to Google exactly why that is and what it means, because in my head that means it's a bit fucked. So sorry if the wind is pretty crap, but in there it's just a pool of oil, and in here there's like a rubber bit around the nut that should be holding it. Like, what the fuck? Seriously, whoever did this car last has like, oh, this isn't easy. This isn't fun. This is just irritating at this point. So I'm gonna pull number 4. I've done number 3. That was fine. I'm gonna pull number 4, and I'll figure out what to do with 1 and 2. 1 I should be able just to pull out, and 2 I might need the 12mm socket for the spark plugs. So we'll see how that goes. To give you guys an idea of how deep that oil is in that spark plug hole. So other than that number 2 spark plug, which I need to put onto a forum and ask about because God knows what that's for, I'll probably get some really long needle nose pliers to try and pull it, let's see if I can get that out, because it does have like a normal 10mm nut thing, so it should be fine. I don't know why it's not. So a quick review of what we've done to the car. It doesn't seem like a lot, but we did an oil change, so that went as it went. But that's fine. I haven't put the car back onto level ground yet, so I need to do that and check the level, but the level at the minute seems good. It's just under the full mark. Put in an air filter and then changed 3 spark plugs. So yeah, got 2 nuts and 1 bolt out of the interior of the car. I managed to remove the trim off the actual piece it's locked into, but not the gear stick. So the interior has defeated me this time around, but I will come back to it. I need to figure out what's wrong with the seat rail. I've hit it with a hammer, it doesn't seem to do anything. So the next job, so I've got today and then tomorrow left. So today's Thursday and then tomorrow's a Friday. I don't have all of Friday because I need to pack, and I'm filming Z cars at Snetterton. So the plan for the rest of today is get this brake caliper off, check it, see if it seized, see if it just needs winding back, something or other. Let's see maybe it's just rusted into place and it just needs to be knocked out and then it's fine. Or maybe I can just change the discs and pads, and I can do the discs and pads on both sides, and I'll be happy with that for now anyway. So
this won't rotate at all. So to get the caliper only off, you flick this off with flathead, and you've got two things. Where are they? Where's the other one? There it is. Yeah, rock on. You have two here. I used a Torque 45 bit, but they're meant to be 7mm, so I don't know what that's about. And took those out so that this could move around freely, and this did. You can see that moving now. It's floating. So I managed to turn. There you go. So the wheel bearing is turning fine. So. There you go. So the wheel bearing is turning fine. You could probably do with a little bit of cleaning up. So this is well and truly stuck on. I've tried, putting this here, hitting it with a hammer to loosen it. And I've tried, basically I've hit it with a hammer a bunch of times. It's not loosened. Even put WD-40 on it, and it doesn't want to come off. So the only thing that's strong enough to make it rotate is the car itself. So using the car, once I start it and see how it is after the service, I will then move it around, see if I can go back and forth just a whole bunch of times and loosen it, and hope that it comes off. Now, I'm not going to use the rest of today to work on this because it's taken too much of my time already. So I'm going to put the car back together with just the wheels on, going to drop it down, and then we'll start it, clear up the inside, get all the tools out of it, and call that a job well done. Okay, well that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm not going to do any more work on the car because I've got packing to do, and I just want to enjoy my last day. I've got to move the car out of the way now. But yeah, I hope you found it helpful, interesting, and that you've enjoyed seeing some work on the car being done. I'll catch you all in the next video. It's been a day. Managed to get the old water pump out, put the new one in, minus the top right bolt, which seems to have stripped the thread inside. Don't you see I'm shy? 'Cause when I